Hello everyone and welcome to another Thomas video. So today we're taking a look at Mono Red Stompy in Thomas format. So with the next anthology coming out, the Mono Red Stompy I believe becomes a full-fledged deck in Thomas format because now we get this card called Broadside Bombardier, which is the card that I believe this deck was missing, which should make this deck a whole lot better. So Broadside Bombardier, 3-mana card, it has Menace and Haste. When you attack with this card, you can sacrifice another creature or artifact. This creature deals damage equal to 2+ the sacrifice permanent's mana value to any target. Now this is a really important key piece that was missing from Mono Red Stompy, because this was a card that is going to enable very fast kills against a lot of decks. Because for example, if you attack with this card, you can sacrifice things like the One Ring. Not only does this help you not take additional damage every single turn if the ring counters are too high, but if you sacrifice this, it's 6 damage to any target. And same goes for things like Pyrogoyf. You can sacrifice it to deal 6 damage. So not only the Pyrogoyf is dealing damage to opponent when it comes down, you can also sacrifice those creatures as well to deal a lot of damage. There's also things like Fable, right? If the token attacks, it generates an artifact that you can sacrifice every single turn. But not only that, when the Fable transforms into Kiki-Jiki, you can copy another creature, and then at the end of the turn, before the copy token goes away, you can sacrifice it to the Bombardier as well. Other than that, there's also some artifacts that are just dead in your hand a lot of the times. For example, Chrome Moxes and Chalice of Void. A lot of the times, the games go on, these cards become less and less effective, but if you have the Bombardier, you can just sacrifice these cards to deal 2 damage. And finally, if you hold full control, you could even sacrifice a Fury post-combat, so that's something to keep in mind. You could look to deal a lot of damage with the Fury and the Bombardiers together. So maybe because of the Bombardier, Chalice of the Void becomes a lot better in this deck. Before, I definitely considered Chalice of the Void to be one of the detriments of the deck, that I was kind of cutting these cards a lot, to the point where I didn't even have Chalice of the Void main deck, and instead I had something like a Lightning Bolt. So I'm actually kind of curious to see how this deck does now with the Bombardier. So hence that, I'm going to be hopping over to some Thomas 3 to show you guys how the deck does. So let's hop on over. Alright, let's try this out. I'll just play out the Ragavan and pass. I was kind of contemplating whether or not I should potentially play the Chalice for X equals 0, but I feel like it should be a lot better just play this on like next turn, potentially. I am wondering what's gonna happen. Okay. I am going to X equals 1, so that should be able to get rid of like Reanimate coming down, potentially. Oh, they're playing Broadside Bombardier in a Rakdos shell. Interesting. I think we go with the Fable. I think we just disregard trying to play Blood Moon or Magus. Baragoy. Yeah, they even had a troll, so it wouldn't have actually mattered. I mean, technically... I could strip mine into Blood Moon. Or Magus here. Let us try attacking. And then I am going to get rid of a swamp. Should I just strip mine? Let's just strip mine. Bombardiers. Okay. They're gonna snipe a Pyroglyph here. Draw a Pyroglyph anyways. Pretty good. Okay. Play the Pyroglyph. Now, as long as they don't have a 2-mana removal, I think we're good. Okay, nice. So they are playing a scam. First comes in. Chalice is actually really good because it shuts down reanimate, removal spells, dark ritual, things like that. That doesn't work. Oh, I forgot to actually put an artifact tape. I think I should actually revisit the sideboard right after this. I mean, I do have a meltdown, but it's not. I don't know. Yeah, I think I should revisit the sideboard after this game. I think I got lucky with the Blood Moon, in my opinion. Okay. Definitely not bad. A Fury. So this... So, okay. I think I go, Fable. The faster we get the Kikijiki out, the better it is, right? We'll go like so. They went with the Blood Crypt. So it looks like a Grief Reanimate's gonna come out. They're probably gonna discard Fury and Magus. Into... They are, like, super low on cards, though. So... They have to have a Baraglyph coming out. Okay, that's fine. What should I do? I feel like Magus isn't doing anything. It does block Goblin Shaman though. But maybe I'm looking for something better. that's definitely not what I consider it better. But sure. I'm not really sure if, like, is the strip mine doing anything? I feel like it's not. Okay, that's really powerful. I need to top deck a Fury or the One Ring. That's not it. I think we might be looking to go next game here. Let's actually find out if opponent's playing more than one basic. I'm sure they are. What? Okay, that's a surprise. We're dead, but I just wanted to see. Oh my god. What? I thought we were dead. But we're not. Okay. Disruptor Flute? Wow. Wow. So I don't think I can leave up a strip mine, right? 2, 3, 4, 5. Do I want to waste my Chrome Mox on this token, even though they're just gonna chump block here? I think I saved the Chrome Mox for potentially like later turns, because opponent can't use any removal spells because of the Chalice anyways right now. Okay. I should still play this. Nice. I think if I went first, I would have actually kept this hand, but because we're not going first, I think this has to be a mulligan. I think it's way too greedy to keep a hand like this. Is it not? I mean, technically we are on the draw. Okay, I mean, okay. This is the first game, so let's be a little bit greedy. See what happens. Yep, there goes my Chalice. Is my opponent playing like a full scam? Why is everybody playing scam? Why is everybody playing scam? Alright. Not the worst draw there, I will say. I'm gonna get rid of a Blood Moon. I think Blood Moon's kind of useless at the moment. Alright. 25 land deck. We need you to work with me here. Nice. I'm playing the Fable first because this one generates a treasure token for the Bombardier next turn. And this one has a haste. Okay, so it was a fatal push. I thought it could be a lightning bolt. I mean, they could still have lightning bolt. What is Baragorth at? Instant speed, land, creature, artifact. So it's a 4/5. So Fury wouldn't kill it even if it comes down. That's a little bit ouchy, I'm not gonna lie. I think I'm just gonna play another Fable here. Definitely seems like they have something, right? It has to be a bolt. It just has to be a bolt. Opponent could be holding on to reanimate, by the way. Okay. I have to save the... I think I have to save the Bombardier for a Reanimate Fury. Hieroglyph. I guess because we drew a Pyroglyph, maybe we want to utilize the One Ring so that we don't take damage? We need a Blood Moon. Alright, so it was a Lightning Bolt. Okay, it's a Fury. I thought it... So they don't have a Reanimate. Alright, sure. There's that Magus. I'll play this out. Okay, so opponent has a Fatal Push. And they are Junned because I see a Ren and 6. Do they have another Fury? Oh my god. Infinite Furies? Really? Strip Mine. Strip Mine. What should I do? Alright, I think we just have to do this. I don't think we can take any more damage. We know opponent has a fatal push in hand, but that's about it. Interesting. They decided not to. If they actually, I was kind of wondering what they could have, and they actually had a Bowmaster. I thought for sure it wasn't gonna be Bowmaster, but I guess opponent was afraid of a lightning bolt or something. I feel like they should have still done it. Right? But yeah, this doesn't look good for me. Well, no. I think we're like dead. We're so low. We are so freaking low. All right. The opponent used the fatal push last time. I'm not sure if opponent's gonna have another fatal push. I'm trying to get rid of a blood crypt because I don't want to get lightning bolted. Problem is, no, what do I do? Okay, I think I'm just gonna play it. Well, opponent. Oh my god. What a clowny game. Okay, Chalice insane. So, by the way, opponent could have won this game if they just flashed in Orcish Bowmaster, but they didn't. So, unlicensed hearse. Ragavan's out. I think that should be good. Or I could have like more disruptor flutes as well. Maybe give that a go. I mean, certainly not the worst hand I've seen. What do we get rid of? So we can go Magus or Chalice. Or even a flute. I think maybe we get rid of a flute here. So if opponent's like afraid of my 3-mana card coming out, they could Chalice me here. I still get to Ancient Tomb into a Chalice of the Void. I think that's pretty strong already. Okay, so Chalice is gone. I assume. I'm gonna assume Chalice is gone. Oh, maybe I could have actually cut some Blood Moons instead. Yep, Chalice is gone. They're probably gonna reanimate it and then get rid of a... I feel like they might get rid of a Magus of the Moon. Okay, so Strip Mine comes out. Sure. Do I need to play the Disruptor Flute on the Strip Mine? I'm gonna chance it. Boom, boom, boom. I think I'm gonna call Ren in 6. Okay. Now we can actually go Magus of the Moon. It's not that strong, but it's still okay in my opinion. Okay, so it's a Orcish Bowmaster. Very nice. Very nice. What to do? I think we pass. Like, sure, I can attack. I think opponent has a Fatal Push. So I think I should probably... Oh, man. That's pretty strong. I guess I should have attacked and killed the Orcish Bowmaster. I forget opponent plays things like Fury. Pretty strong. If I just killed the Orcish Bowmaster, that would have been sick. I may have probably played this wrong this game. Potentially. Alright, Barrowglaive comes out. Broadside Bombardier. I feel like I need to kill the Orcish Bowmaster, right? I'll sacrifice a flute. Kill one of them. Sacrifice a flute. Another One Ring. This is a blocker, but I want to be able to play the One Ring next turn without taking damage. Kind of a close game. I mean, obviously here, if opponent has another Bowmaster, then I lose the game. But I don't have a choice. It seems like they do. I think we're dead because of the Deathray Shaman. Alright. I mean, we were actually not going to be able to draw anything anyway, so... Do we want Fire Magic? I mean, surely it's actually probably better than Blood Moon. It gets rid of Deathray Shamans and Orcish Bowmasters. I feel like that's probably worth it. Chalice, turn 1. Okay, that's really strong. I'll take that. What is a card that they play that can get rid of a Chalice? Molten Collapse, maybe? Molten Collapse. Or maybe I can play Disruptor Flute on Bowmaster. Yeah, maybe I should just do that. Orcish Bowmaster. Great. Since I want to be able to play the One Ring anyways. Fury. We're actually taking a bit of damage. I am going to One Ring on opponent's turn because of the Disruptor Flute. I'm gonna draw now. Okay, Strip Mine comes out. I feel like getting rid of our color sources is probably more important than getting rid of an Ancient Tomb. Maybe. Alright, so there is that Molten Collapse. And they also use a Strip Mine. We did get a Strip Mine as well. We could get rid of that swamp. So, I mean, what could come out? What could come out here? I know opponent plays a Fury. I think I'm just gonna go with Fable. So they play a Grief. They're gonna get rid of a Fury into not dead after all. Getting rid of that Pyrogoyf as well. Into a Lightning Bolt. A lot of spells. Another One Ring. We have double Strip Mines. We could just delay our plays here. Just draw a bunch of cards. Find a way to get rid of this. We still have triple Furies and triple Pyrogoyfs. Like so. Get rid of that. Where is our bombardier? Right? The funny thing is we're actually winning these games without really seeing bombardiers. I guess that's a good thing. As I say that. So we want to get rid of this thing because they can Dark Ritual into Orcish Bowmaster. And then I'll play the Bombardier. And then I'm gonna attack. Okay, I'm okay with that. Do I win if I just copy this? 5, 15, 17. I win, right? 10? 12? I copied the wrong thing. No. What am I doing? What am I doing? No, that's not what I want to do. I copied the wrong thing. So bad. How do I make that mistake, by the way? How did I just make that mistake? I was like, I literally counted in my head the next plays. And then I just do the complete opposite. Like, what? Oh my god. Oh my god. This is incredibly slow. And this is a pretty decent hand. Wow. So we want to get rid of a Pyrogoyf because we want to be able to play the One Ring next turn, right? I think it's more important to get the deck rolling instead of being greedy with that. Especially if they have, you know, things like this. This doesn't come in tapped, right? All right. Gemstone Cavern in a 3-color deck. Wow. So I think what I should probably just do is can I play both? 2, 4, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. We cannot. We cannot play both of them. Okay, very nice. Gemstone Cavern, Prismatic Ending, Deathray Shaman with a Yorion. I'm gonna add 3 cups of fire magic. I'm not sure about the chalice. But it is very useful. Currently because of a bombardier. I'll play 2 fire magic, 3 Ragavans, and maybe 3 Magus. Magus is so good though when they're so greedy with their mana base. Okay, I'll play 2 Ragavans. Turn 2 Magus. We also have a Fury. Noble Hierarch. Okay, I'm gonna play the Ancient Tomb because I'd rather save the Sundering Eruption if they have a Strip Mine. Deathrite Shaman. Another Magus. Boom, boom. Oh, they're dead. Unless they have a Solitude. And just like that. Alright. Okay, so we played 4 games today, 4-0. Pretty strong start with the Mono Red Stompy. I begrudgingly crafted the 4 copies of Broadside Bombardier, despite the Arena Anthology coming out next Tuesday. It is way value for money if you're not in a rush, right? And hope you guys saw the power level of this card. It didn't come up too often, but when it did, I did have a lot of choices I could have made. It does a lot of damage. I actually missed lethal when I had the Bombardier with the Kiki-Jiki and the Pyrogoyf. I even talked about it. I was like, hey, I have lethal damage if I just copy with the reflection and Kiki-Jiki on the Pyrogoyf, you know, 5-10 damage, attack with this card, 12 damage, and then you can sacrifice the Pyrogoyf, and that's 6 more damage into 18 damage. But for some reason, in my head, I did all the math, and then I copied the Bombardier, which was not lethal. So hope you guys don't take it to heart that, man, this guy only misplays, writes negative comment. I'm trying, man, I'm trying. Like, it is not easy to commentate, think about plays, and then actually make the plays. It is a lot of work. Sometimes, like, you do the complete opposite because your mind's thinking about something else, your vision's looking at something different, and then your mouth is talking some nonsense. You know, things like that. So give me a break here. As for the deck, it is running a 25 land deck. Last time I had some trouble getting our land drops as a 25, but today was definitely a lot easier. I guess it's just kind of a variance thing. Yeah, today, a lot less mulligans. It felt a lot better. As for the card choices, we're still playing Ragavan because the Ragavan is the best card on turn 1. Like to dash in, or just play it as a 1-drop so that you can get to your 3 drops a little bit easier. And then now we get to play our best 3-drop, which is the Broadside Bombardier that didn't exist before. we only had these 3 cards to consider. And then we just had some random cards. Like, we played things like Detective Phoenix, things like that. It was just not as good. And because we're playing Broadside Bombardier, it actually empowers our Chalice of the Void a little bit better. So the Chalice was very nice today, which means we might want to change the sideboard a little bit. I think the Lithomantic Barrage is okay because it bypasses Chalice since it can't be countered. And this is a really good removal spell versus like Psychic Frogs and Tameo. I think the Fire Magic could be something different. I think it could be Fiery Confluence. I know this is a little bit expensive, but I think the upside to being able to destroy target artifact is pretty good. And because the Fire Magic, the way it works, it doesn't bypass the Chalice of the Void. And this could be like a pretty good one-up, like remove target artifact. And you could use this as like a board wipe, things like that. So yeah, I think the sideboard definitely could use some help, but for now it does kind of work. I think the show and tell matchup could be a little bit hard. You just sideboard out 4 cups of Chalice of the Void, for 3 cups of Rolling Vortex, and 3 cups of Disruptor Fluid, and potentially you can go down on like 2 cups of Fury as well. So 2 cups of Fury, 4 cups of Chalice of the Void. I think that's what I would do. So yeah, Mono Red Stompy, basically complete. We are still lacking a little bit like mana acceleration, but it's more than enough to actually compete in Timeless now, in my opinion. Like, especially if a lot of the decks are playing things like Scam that we saw today. Like, Chalice of the Void is so broken against those kind of decks. So, yeah, that is gonna be it for today's video. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys all in the next one. Bye-bye.